Hi everyone. So, welcome back. I'm gonna do a Q&A. And I do want to tell y'all that I'm not really feeling the best right now. I've had a lot of things happen that are just setting in a little bit right now, but I'm trying not to let it stop me from making a YouTube video because I want to make a YouTube video. I feel like it'll make me feel a little better. So I'm just going to go ahead and make a Q&A. I feel like I have a good amount of questions. Sorry, I'm looking off to the side. I have my laptop sitting here so I can read them off of it. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. So the first one is from JL. And she says, "Hi, beautiful Julie. You're going to love Orlando. I lived there for years. It's magical. Take in every moment. I love you, and it breaks my heart you are having bad days. Bad days lead to good days. I know what it's like. I'm so glad you have parents that love you and support you so much. A million other people you don't even know support and love you too. My question is, what is BPD and how does it affect you?" Alright, so I've had my BPD is actually really hard to deal with. So a lot of times I'll have like a friend and I'll immediately think they're out to get me or that they're using me in some type of way or that they're just not there for me as much as they're trying to be, even though like I know that they are, but I still struggle with those thoughts and actually am probably losing my best friend again, who I reconnected with because of my BPD, because I told her a bunch of things that I didn't mean and she took it the wrong way, but I'm hoping that she can kind of like come to the realization that I didn't mean it, but I don't know. How does it affect me? Well, it affects me a lot. It affects me every day. Like a lot. Am I spiritual? This is by Lucid Gaming. Are you spiritual? Reconnecting with my spirituality is what's pulling me out of my ED. Love your channel. Please keep making videos. Thank you. Also thank you, JL. I love you too. I meant to add that in there, but Lucid Gaming. Yes, I am spiritual. However, I'm kind of having difficulties. I am Christian and I believe in God and I believe in Jesus. But I'm having a bit of difficulties because I feel like in a way they're kind of letting me down a little bit. But I'm still trying to keep my faith because I know that keeping my faith is probably what's going to help me in the long run. I haven't really got back into church, but I need to get back into church. I haven't been to church in quite a while. My parents have actually been talking about going back to church. I think we're going to start going back to church pretty soon. And I'm excited just because it'll give me a way to kind of reconnect with God and reconnect with Jesus, and just I know that it'll probably help me with a lot of my faith. This one's by Amy. What do you do for fun or to relax? Heart, sending love, positive and healing vibes, and a little sparkle emoji. Well, for fun, I like to I would say I like to hang out with my friends because it distracts me, but like I said, I'm kind of going through a thing where I don't really know how if I'm gonna be able to keep my friend in my life for much longer, just because she has been gaslighting me a little bit. But what I do like to do for fun, I love to do word searches. It also helps me relax. It goes in with the fun and relax. I have this one word search right now that I'm trying to do, and it's like the Bible verses and affirmations. It's like all the positive ones, and it's actually helps me a lot on some of my bad days. Let me see. This one is from Urponus Urpolanian. I hope I said that right. Have you met other people with EDs? If you have, what are they like? Yes, I have met quite a bunch of people with EDs, but it was all at treatment. That was the only place where I really felt like I could relate with people. A lot of people with EDs, they go through different things, so I can't really say like exactly how they're like. Like they would have to tell you themselves, but I do think that people with EDs go through more than what people think, and that people with EDs need support, like the most support that they can get, because like I said, it will help them in the long run. And I know it's hard because all we want to do is isolate ourselves and keep ourselves locked up and safe, because like it's kind of like a little security. But I don't believe that's really helpful. I believe that we need to just get out and go see the world just like everyone else, because it's gonna help us heal. And I know I've been isolating myself a little bit recently, but I've also been trying to get out of the house a little bit just so I don't get so down and depressed. This one's from Kylie Wright. Are you in college? If so, what is your major? If not, what are your career interests? I'm not in college. See, this goes hand in hand with my BPD. It tells me that I'm not, and it also goes hand in hand with my ED. It goes to where it's like, you're not going to be successful in college. Like, I also have ADHD, and it prevents me from doing a lot of things, like things that I could see myself like doing good at. Like at one point I wanted to do hair and makeup, and I wanted to do like just something to make people feel pretty, or even estheticianist, but I just don't know if I would really be good at it. Like as good as I think I would. If not, what are your career interests? I am actually wanting to do, I'm not really sure. Like I want to do real estate at some point, because you don't need college for it, and I like houses. I like the feel of someone buying a house and raising a family in it, and it becoming their little sanctuary kind of thing. So hopefully maybe one day I could do real estate. Right now I do work. I'm a bartender, but right now I'm not really allowed to be working. So I have been taking about a month off from work just to focus on my mental health and to get better with my ED. This one is from Marie M. I'm glad you're feeling better. Hope you keep your recovery going. Have you talked to your primary care physician? He or she can refer you to a psychiatrist. Yes, I have talked to my primary care physician, and she's actually trying to get me in with the therapist or with the psychiatrist or just a counselor. But like I've said in previous videos, they're all full, or they want me to go to treatment even though I am not eligible because I'm too sick to be in treatment, but I'm also not sick enough to be an inpatient. So it's really just all in the air right now. I hope I'll be able to find help very soon because I need it. This one is from Lisa Manolis. I loved your video, by the way. What are your thoughts on how Eugenia is responding to our different situations? Okay, I'm actually very pissed off at her, I'm not gonna lie. I thought that our videos would kind of let her realize like what she's doing, how she's affecting other people, but no, the girl is just in denial. I've literally stopped with everything having to do with her just because I don't really appreciate how she's going about her eating disorder right now. She needs to get help and she's not doing it at all. I feel like she could be taking all of our situations like a lot differently. That's for sure. Sorry, I keep saying Sorry, I'm doing a little scrolly. Alright, this one is from AJ Fritch. I hope I said that right. She says, "Girl, you're so beautiful. Thank you." So I forgot if you mentioned this or not in another video, but do you throw up and stuff? Because that's what I do sometimes. Also, how do you handle the feeling of guilt or shame with your family and everything? Because what keeps me awake at night is knowing that my ED can kill me, and I don't want to do that to my family, but I can't give it up. I actually I don't throw up, and I used to, but I don't binge and purge anymore. I really just don't eat. I don't like to throw up. It makes me feel weird afterwards, so I just don't do it anymore, because when I did do it at one point, I remember just feeling so guilty afterwards, and that gave me the worst guilt. And how do I handle the feeling of guilt or shame with with my family? I actually don't handle it very well, to be honest with you. Like you said, what keeps you awake at night is knowing that your ED can kill you, and you don't want to do that to your family, but you can't give it up. See, I'm actually going through kind of the same thing. I have not found really a way to overcome that, but whenever I do, I will let you know, because I want to help you, and just know that you are worth more than your eating disorder. Your eating disorder, all it's trying to do is kill you, and I know, we all know that you just want to live, and that is the most important thing, is living. If you can, please try to at least recover with me, because we're not alone, and we can do this. I promise. I feel like we can do this. We just need to have more hope and more faith. Alright, this one's from Purify. Hi, I hope you're having a good day today and every day. My question is, what do you think was the main reason you have you're having an ED since a very young age. I mean, how did that happen to a child? Has anyone called you fat or something when you were little? Actually, it's hard to explain because, like I said, my eating disorder started whenever I was 8 years old. I actually went through a really rough time when I was 8 years old. I was put on a lot of medications that just made me really skinny. And then after I got off of the medications, I started gaining weight again. And I didn't like the changes in my body. And so I started to restrict a little more. I didn't get off my medicines until middle school, so it took a while. But I didn't like the way I was looking after I got off my medicines because it gave me all my weight back. And no one really called me fat. I've always had a voice in my head telling me I'm fat and that I need to just stop, basically. However, in 5th grade, I did have a boy sitting across from me that would say really mean things to me because I was wearing makeup at the time, like a lot earlier than everyone else, but I was also very conceited. I don't know what the word is. But I was very insecure about the way that I looked. So I wore makeup very much earlier than everyone else. And the boy that was sitting across from me actually told me that I looked ugly. And that kind of triggered me a little bit at the time. But like I said, I was also 10 years old. I did not know what a trigger was. How has BPD affected your relationships, and does anything help? This is by DD. BPD has affected my relationships so much, like more than I could even explain. I've lost a lot of guys that I've really liked because of it. I've lost a lot of best friends and just a lot of friends in general because of it, because like I said, I never feel like I'm good enough, or I never feel like I can be confident, or that I am basically like I don't know. It's hard to explain, to be honest. See, I want to make a separate video on my BPD so I can go a little bit more in detail about it and more in depth. But I just got diagnosed with it, so it is a little hard for me to talk about it sometimes. Sometimes I can talk about it fine, sometimes I can't. And then she asked, does anything help? Not really. I'm stuck with a lot of things. See, I just got diagnosed with BPD probably whenever, let me think. I got diagnosed with BPD whenever I went to treatment, and they told me that I failed the mental health test, and that's how they were able to determine it, basically. You got any ideas on people starting YouTube? By Renato 2K, that's my friend. I guess just to be positive and stay honest with your viewers, because that's all people like. People love honesty and positivity and just having a clear head about what you're trying to film and put on your YouTube channel. Let me see, are there any more? Alright, so that's all the questions that I have so far. If I have any more, I'll probably include them in a future Q&A. So yeah, but I thank y'all for supporting me and for being here for me throughout this time. I know I'm not really in a good mood right now, but I'm also just trying to cope by coming on here and talking. Yes, I have silly bands on. I love my silly bands. They help me stay happy. I don't know why, I just love silly bands. I know they're like so 2010, but I don't care. But anyway, yeah. So I hope y'all stay in touch and keep watching my videos. Give me any kind of feedback, any video recommendations or anything, just let me know, because I will love to do them. And I hope y'all have a great, fantastic day. Better than what I've been having anyway. I'm just kidding. Just have a good day. Alrighty, I love y'all and I thank y'all. Thank